What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Seth, and we are back again for another Trove Batch Notes. Oh yeah, it's finally here. No, it's not Mantle of Power. Why would you think that, wise guys? So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's your judgment today whether or not you enjoy the episode. So, what's going on is because it's a patch notes video, we don't have any prizes or anything like that to give away. However, I still humbly request you to show your support and Hadouken the like button for me. Blast it out of oblivion. Destroy it. Hi, how you all doing? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I really do. So today's patch is very just a teeny weeny one because they're holding back a lot of the content that's going on right now because the Mantle of Power that they keep pushing. Now, what they end up doing with this, I won't go too into detail, is this is kind of the design philosophy that they do over at Trove, is you end up getting empty patches like this sometimes every now and then, because they hold off on almost all the content for one big bug-filled patch. It's still gonna be fantastic. We're all looking forward to it. So, without further ado, winter pinatas are finally leaving soon, and therefore are on sale now. This means that they're gonna be gone next week. Get them for half price this week, real life money, and the rare loot out of them is also doubled. So if anybody ends up getting them out, you're gonna end up getting like 4 of them if you're the person that ended up throwing them on the ground, because the person who throws the pinatas on the ground always ends up getting a mount for every one that is given away to another person. Many-legged adventure boxes now drop from fallen foes. If you want to see all of those beautiful creatures, you can refer to the what is it called? To the card annotation thing in the top right-hand corner of the screen to the other video to go check them out. Chaos Chest has been updated and now includes the Rampaging Raptor, which is also in the same video that we just linked to. Game updates. All equipment now gives a consistent amount of flux for its rarity. Star value no longer matters. And an average is at amount... Okay, so anyway, you're gonna get a lot less flux when you're deconning your stuff. Not like anyone was making money out of that anyway, but it's a way that we can all make less money, and that's always a good thing, right? Shadow 2 plus equipment now deconstructs for less flux on average. Yeah, that's what I just said. Anyways, you can no longer deconstruct dragon eggs or dragon coins. That one's a good one, because otherwise who would want to do that anyway unless they did it by mistake? Hi everybody, look at the beautifulness. Look at all these beautiful gold people fitting in with our... the leg! Okay, so loot box karma no longer has a text indicator. You know, every time you would open a box and it would be like, something good is definitely coming. They just got rid of that, and now they focus 100% of the rarity on the karma bar. So, the new year lunar egg deal has ended. Wah, wah, wah. So if you didn't get General Kai, it's gonna be a lot harder to get them now, because if you missed out, you can actually buy it. Where is it? In the goods store. Is it the goods store page? Where is it? So, you know what? I honestly don't even know where it is. I guess I should have looked, unless they just... Oh, it's right there in my front of my face. Okay, so yeah, 10,000 cubits. GG, that's like a million months of grinding. So, hey, if you want to get that dragon above all else, it's definitely worth it. He's very cool. Now then, lesser caches. Here, the caches, the dragon caches have changed quite a bit, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say I do not have any of them on me right now, so I cannot actually test if any of this stuff is true. But caches now should be giving a lot more flux. They give 300 and 700 at common and 2.5k at uncommon. In addition, they've increased the frequency with which dragon coins are dropped. They are now less likely to drop multiple coins at common, but at rare they will end up dropping 10 coins. So we'll see what happens with that, because when I ended up seeing the devs showing that off on their test server, it seemed like the RNG was actually really good, because they opened like 100 lesser caches and they ended up getting about 50 dragon coins. So it's about 50-50, you know? That said, that was like a lot of caches, but still, I would assume too that, you know, the luck and the RNG taken into consideration is probably a little bit worse than that, you know, like, I'm just saying, because they usually do sneaky things like that. Challenges now give their one note. Look at this. Look at this. I'll explain this in a minute. Challenges now give 1 non-tradable class coin for the first level, and then the next 2 tiers will give you the other 4 caches. Now, here's the thing. They're trying to pull a fast one over all of us because, oh, never mind. I completely mixed that up. I thought that I got that mixed up with the daily dragon coin, and I thought that they bumped it down from 5 to 1. So yeah, now they did make dragon challenges unfortunately a lot worse, because I know that everybody, myself included, liked the fact that the dragon coin was at the end because you didn't have to go through the entire challenge. That said, I'm still probably never gonna fully complete the challenge for a very long time. So anyways, rip me. Bug fixes. I cannot read good. I does not understand the English language. Fixed a bug where bosses spawn from cursed skulls would sometimes not attack players. Ha! See, I told you. I knew that it was a thing. We didn't talk about it in the videos, but I talked about it in game, and people were saying, "You're crazy, man. The enemies are still attacking me." No, sometimes they wouldn't. It was weird. Wait, yeah, that's only from cursed skulls. I see. That's why it happened. Fixed an issue with the Little Bay ally that caused it not to grant its bonus, which is one of the streamer allies. By the way, now that we're on the subject of streamer allies, I want to show you all. These are all the streamer allies. The devs promised. I talked to Avram specifically, and he said, "Yo, dude, don't worry. We're gonna be sending out a code to you and every other streamer next week." This was said last week. "That's gonna automatically unlock all of these things for you." Now, the reason I want all of these, not because I even want to use most of them. I already have my playful scytheling. We'll talk about that a little bit because I know we kind of skimmed over that last patch, but didn't actually get to show them off. I'm gonna have to waste some of my own poisonal codes. The only reason that I even waited was because of the promise of that code, and I wanted to have more codes to give people away in stream. So anyway, I'm gonna use some of my own codes, and sometime this week, hopefully, I'm gonna have a video that's gonna highlight and show off all of the things that you end up getting out of those streamer boxes, so you can actually see all the allies, and hopefully end up getting your favorite, right? Cleaned up some visual problems with some images in the store. Yeah, except for when you pump up the resolution and you look at the blurry T and stuff. That's just because the game doesn't really support anything higher than 1080p. Bug fix for Qubit bar not being doubled for patrons in all situations on login, though as soon as you zoned, it would. I don't know what that means, but anyways, fixed a bug that could result in a player seeing a received user acknowledgement message, but then being unable to fully log in. Fingers crossed that they actually resolved that one, because they kind of mentioned that just in passing as a little one. That's actually one of the biggest bugs with this game, is usually receive user acknowledgement, because it'll hit you with that and then you'll just be sitting there waiting in the loading screen forever. The other big issue that they gotta resolve is all their problems with logging into Glyph and then logging into Trove. Once they get those fixed, and if people have no problems logging in, then that would be ideal. So they also have edit. These 2 items were previously listed erroneously. I just wanted to say that because it's like one of the weirdest words I've ever seen. Nobody uses that in the English language, Fasty. They are live on PTS right now, but will not be live in Trove until next week. Are they talking about the costumes? Or are they talking about those stupid wings that cost $1 million of everything to get? We'll talk about those in a bit. That'll come in a different video. Fixed potential client crash when using whispers from the friends menu. Really? I never use my friends menu anyway. Added an invite button to the friends list menu so you can invite friends to your location. However, I cannot invite friends from my location because it lags me out. I don't think they're ever gonna fix that, and you know what? I honestly don't care because we have /accept all friends finally in the game. So anyway, it looks like that's all we've got for the patch notes today, everybody. So very, very small one. Mostly because they're holding everything off of the Mantle of Power. What do you think about it? Because, haha, the patch voting is back, but I'm gonna do a little bit of an experiment here because I don't really know how these work. Check out the YouTube card in the top right-hand corner of the screen and click on your vote, whether you think this patch is a good thing or a bad thing. Or something. I don't know. I'll add something later. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hopefully it's going to be really cool. And hopefully we'll be able to gauge it and it'll make these patch videos a little bit more exciting. I'm kind of using it as a test because I want to end up getting like getting used to it. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So thank you all so much for watching. That's it for the patch notes. We already rambled long enough considering that there is not that much to this version. Otherwise, I gotta go and get to recording just some normal Trove episodes now. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week. Do not forget to Hadouken the like button to support me, share, favorite, and subscribe to Join ScythePlays and sign on. Stay epic, everybody. Can you please just get up the hill? Ride! He's right! Ah! We fell into the lava! That was really neat. We actually fought that guy in midair.